I got an email about a girl on your desk dealing with some embezzlement and a missing daddy.
The press want a public face for this scandal.
I needed my friend and you used me!
Once I read the script, I was just super excited to like get into what was like bound to be a very emotional and challenging season for Yasmin. It felt different. It felt like a new world for her and a new sort of state of being. So that was really exciting.
I remember our first rehearsal before we shot anything. I was told that something would happen between Eric and Yasmin. And for everything that happens on the show and things that I could imagine or predict, that came kind of out of nowhere. And I was most curious about how that was going to happen.
Are you a worker?
I am a worker.
I had a wrecking ball in that seat. I would just as quickly fire another one.
You know, the show is always trying to be entertaining first, and a lot of entertainment, I think, I find, you know, a mystery element quite entertaining, and it's something we never had before. And I feel like it's just the week-to-week watchability of the show, just from a very basic, I want to know what happens next, right place. It's way more than it was in season 1 and 2.
When I read episode 1, I didn't know what had happened on the boat. And they'd said things like, it's gonna be big, but I didn't necessarily know what that meant. So when I found that out, I mean, for sure, I was like, whoa, that's huge. Yasmin is saying some really, really, really heavy stuff to her father, and he's saying some really heavy stuff to her. They're in the point of like no return and like the most hatred, and he's saying things to her that she's always feared, not only he but people thought, and with real like, you know, intent to hurt her. So when she storms away, I think she has the thought of like, you know, she says, I wish you would die. It would be the most like meaningful thing you've ever done. And she means it in that moment. So when he jumps, I think she's in shock, complete shock. And then knowing that Harper had been there, I mean, that's gonna change the dynamic the whole time, because this second Harper walks into a room, I can at least breathe a bit of fresh air knowing that there's someone in this room that understands what I'm going through. Even if I can't share the burden, I can look at her and she can see me.
I feel like when it feels like life and death, and it does in that moment when Harper finds out what's happened to Yasmin, she's looking in the face of her friend who's terrified, like completely undone. And she clearly needs help. There's no question about whether or not I, as your friend, am gonna help you. I see that you need me, so I'm gonna help you because I care about you and I love you. I think genuinely there's no, like, the situation is too dire for her to be like, how can I use this to my, like, it's just not about that. This is not business related. This is purely about our friendship. And that's it. So what was going through her mind was like, let me help you. How can I help you? That was it, you know? And what she knows how to do is, or what she thinks is the right thing to do is like, clean it up. Let's make it look like you were never here. So you're not culpable in any way. So no one can ask any questions. If nobody knows but me, great. I'm taking that shit to the grave. You know what I mean? Because that's what she thinks is what she can do and is the right thing to do and what she thinks her friend needs.
You know, I think especially when we're in scenes with one another, we feel incredibly available to really like shock each other and play. There's an element of comfortability that you just don't get on a new set. So I was just excited to get back to work on the show. But yeah, I mean, after reading it, there was like a lot to do too.